Hello, I'm Cynthia Deeren, Managing Director of Deeren & Associates. We're an international trade consultancy and we help Australian companies enter and succeed in international markets. Our special area of focus is the Middle East and North Africa. I have got a special guest with me this afternoon, and that is Mr. Jabal bin Maghoob, Director of Marketing and Corporate Communications at the Dubai Airport Free Zone. Jamal, hi.
Hi, Cynthia.
Welcome to Sydney.
Thank you.
We're really glad to have you here.
Thank you.
So today, Jamal is here to talk to us about Dubai Airport Free Zone and the UAE, and why Australian companies might want to think about setting up there. So Jamal, just tell us a little about the UAE and why, as an Australian company, you might want to think about taking your company to the UAE.
Well, to start with, UAE consists of 7 cities. The capital is Abu Dhabi. The second city, which is well known in the whole world, is Dubai. And we have Sharjah, Ajman, Ras Al Khaimah, Umm Al Quwain, and Fujairah. And the majority, what's happening in terms of business and dynamic things, it's in Abu Dhabi and Dubai. Looking at the GCC economy, Dubai or UAE is one of the leading countries in terms of oil productions. That gives us the stability. The leadership of His Highness Sheikh Khalifa, yes, and with his brother Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid, give the countries stability and security for the people to come and invest in UAE. And that's one of the major things. People love to stay in Dubai and UAE and do Abu Dhabi. To give that the vision where Sheikh Mohammed have driven Dubai to be a business-oriented city.
Yes.
Really, it's give it a boost and a bump where people will love to live in Dubai, to be their second home, to have their children come, yes, and study there because of the education systems. It's just a massive task force behind Sheikh Mohammed, which wants to leave Dubai to be a number one. That's his vision. This is simple things I've just mentioned why we used to be in the UAE.
Thanks so much. So let's now talk a little bit about DAFZA, the Dubai Airport Free Zone. Jamal, could you tell us a little bit about where DAFZA is, how long it's been around for, maybe something about the major industries that it supports, and what it's like? What kind of facilities can we expect to find there when we go to think about setting up?
Again, going back to the vision of His Highness Sheikh Mohammed, Dubai have established the Dubai Airport Free Zone in 1996, and that's considered to be a second free zone. The first free zone was established in 1985, which is led by Jebel Ali Free Zone.
Yes.
Today, as we speak, we have around 22 free zones in Dubai itself, and in UAE we have 30 free zones. This is to state the fact that the whole government wants to be an open country for the people to come and set up a free zone and,
yes,
and come business in Dubai and UAE. DAFZA established, like I said, in 1996 with a vision to support companies who doesn't want to have a local partner. As the federal law says, you have to have a local partner within your UAE if you start establishing a business.
So basically, within the free zone, you can have 100%
exactly
foreign ownership. Is that right?
Yes, exactly. So the free zone came up in the picture, giving the foreign direct investment a place where they have to own the company.
Yes.
DAFZA gives incentives in terms of 100% foreign ownership, 100% tax, no tax, 100% no personal tax, and there is no custom duty once you set up your product in Dubai Airport Free Zone. Type of industry, we are not specified to a certain industry in terms of a free zone. There are certain free zones where specified in a different industry. We are welcome most of the companies.
Yes.
To give you a list of companies or a few names from who set up in Dubai Airport Free Zone, we have Bentley, we have Maserati, we have Boeing, we have Airbus, we have Sumitomo from Japan, we have Toyota, we have Shiseido, we have Clarence, we have Chanel.
So there are some really big names there, aren't there?
Exactly. Simply their choice to, when they come to set up a free zone, they look at the after sales.
Yes.
Basically now companies will look, you will be happy to see the front face of the companies, but then you later on you might be not happy with the services.
Yes.
Our strengths, it comes where we make the client stay longer in the Dubai Free Zone, and that's where we put a lot of effort after the client setup. We try to talk to them in a weekly basis or a monthly basis.
Yes.
That depends on the programs. We have a strong customer service department
Yes.
where they really look after the clients in terms of a daily operation. If they require certain paper, certain procedure, or just to introduce them to the custom people. Dubai Chamber, we have an office there.
Yes.
A lot of support after the setup.
So it's really about making people feel welcome and helping
Yes.
them to grow their business in Dubai.
Exactly. Dubai is one of the places that's happening now. We won the 2020 projects, and now really the whole country is excited, whether it's a national BOE or expat living in Dubai. They're really looking forward to work 2020.
It's a huge opportunity, isn't it?
Yes.
Especially for foreign companies coming in to provide services.
Definitely. Looking at the Middle East and why we look at the Australian company, they should come and do business in Dubai. Basically, it's not the business in Dubai, it's the environment in Dubai, and you can do business with the Middle East. Given the fact GCC itself, there are 7 countries.
Yes.
Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, Bahrain, Qatar, Oman, and looking at those economy strength, Saudi Arabia was one of the major oil producer.
Yes.
Kuwait, one of the major oil producer, and how much amount of money they put in the infrastructure, it's a huge. Being away from those countries, you will miss a lot of opportunities.
Absolutely, and we were looking at a list of projects just a little earlier before we came on air.
Yeah.
I was staggered by some of the numbers, hundreds of billions of dollars in infrastructure projects being implemented in Kuwait, in Saudi Arabia, in Qatar, and importantly in the UAE itself.
Yes. Looking at again 2022, the FIFA World Cup will happen in Qatar, just next door of Dubai.
Yes.
Given the fact that this requires a massive of investments, project, hotels, consultancies, design, you name it. You need this event to be happening.
Absolutely.
And not just let's say GCC. If you go further now, looking at the MENA region itself, you do require a lot of things to come up with. For example, I'll give an example of Egypt now. Egypt will require a lot of massive of there are business opportunities to reconstruct the countries. People will love to help Egypt and do many projects. So basically, people will love to have an office in Dubai and then do business within the region itself.
Absolutely.
My advice to the Australian companies, being away 13 hours, 14 hours flight, you might miss up a lot of projects. You will wish to, or you might regret, say, how come I did not take that project? I could have done a better job than any company.
Yeah.
But sitting in Australia, somewhere in Australia, you will not get that chance.
That's true.
You need to be closer to the action, and you need to be there in Dubai. Yes, it might cost you a little bit in the beginning.
Yes.
But then the payoff later on is a huge, and that's what you're looking for. Coming up from Wales, Australia, having an office, I would not say Dubai, anywhere in the Middle East or in Dubai, it's a bit maybe in the beginning. It confuses you how to do a business.
Yes.
But being in UAE, being in Dubai, you will learn a lot. Whether it's a culture, whether doing business, the mentality, how to do business. Let's say with Arabs. Mentality doing business with other nationality, because Dubai itself it hosts around 200 or 122 nationalities. So trying to understand those people and giving them what exactly they want will help you in getting closer, getting projects.
I think that is absolutely right. Jamal, thank you so much for making the time to talk to us today. If anybody is watching this video and thinks that they would like some more information about doing business in the UAE or doing business in Davza, please get in contact with us using the details that should pop up in a moment at the bottom of your screen. My name is Cynthia Deeren, and I'll see you again soon. Thanks so much.